Okay, call to order the Planning Commission meeting Thursday, October 8th, 2020 at 5:30 p.m. Do we have any public comments?
I'll do roll real quick, Joe.
Oh, okay, sorry about that.
That's okay.
It's been a while.
Yeah, that's all right. Don McBride.
Here.
Abe Gassenpour.
Here.
Joe Chappell.
Here.
Jill Oakes-Tons, absent right now, and Chris Bryant, absent, but I think he'll be here. But anyway, we have a quorum to move forward. Oh, and real quick, I wanted to mention, because it's the next one, I put another set of minutes for the commission. I had forgotten to put the approval of minutes from the previous meeting in what was in your packet, so the only addition or change is the actual section for approval of minutes from the previous meeting.
So that needs to be added?
Or you can say the ones that I provided if you want to approve the ones I provided, because the ones I provided are updated with the,
And I'll tell you where we're at.
yeah, with the approval of minutes.
No. We're on item number 3, approval of previous minutes, and we've got more than just the September 15th, so.
Okay.
That's all minutes.
Well, no, yeah, we have the September 15th, but what I provided in your packet did not have the section for approval of minutes from the August meeting in that, so I added that in there. So what you have is the updated version that actually includes the approval of minutes from the previous meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was the present? And do we know we have enough quorum for president?
Yeah, because just the 3 of you. Don wasn't there, so he won't vote, but you 3 were present, so you guys can vote.
Okay, so we need a motion.
I move to approve.
I'll second.
Okay. Joe Chappell,
Yes.
Abe Gassenpour,
Yes.
Chris Bryant.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, item 4, which is PC application number 20-010, discussion and possible action on a request to rezone a property located at 402 South 3rd Street, Guthrie proper, block 74, north 1.5 feet of lot 21 and lots 22 to 24 from R1 Single Family Dwelling District to R2 General Residential District. Do we have a staff report?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. As you indicated, this is a rezone. It's right at the intersection of West Springer Avenue and 3rd Street, basically just south of here. The applicant currently has the 3 lots, or it's basically 3 lots right now, but it's a 10,710 square foot lot. They're looking to rezone from the existing R1 single family to R2, which is our general residential. The applicant intends to put a duplex, or actually 2 houses on the 1 lot, so that's why they're looking for the rezone to R2. A couple things I'll add is the general plan or the comprehensive plan actually has that as a R1 single family area. However, like a lot of things, the comprehensive plan is more of a guideline. Honestly, I think one of the reasons that was probably denoted as single family for that area is because a lot of the northern part of this is in the historic district. This particular property is not. Because most all the other, as we have easterly from the downtown, all that's been designated for multifamily in that. And given its proximity to the downtown, the very northern portion of this area is designated multifamily in that. So the other thing I just wanted to add is that, you know, a lot of times when you're looking at low density or even somewhat medium density from a land use standpoint, the impacts to an area are pretty much, if you want to say the same, whether you have 1 house there or 2 or 3 houses in that. The density that they're proposing actually is the same as a single family density that we have in our code. Currently, our single family density equates to about 7.14 dwelling units an acre, where if they put 2 homes on this particular property, it'd be 8 dwelling units per acre. So it's actually almost exactly the same as a single family density. in that. One of the other things is again, when you're putting even just from a pure density standpoint per our code, the most units that could go on this property are 3. So there could not be any more than that no matter what. Like I said, the intent is to, realistically, you're either going to have 2 decent-sized homes or 3 really small units in that, because again, with lot coverage, setbacks, and other stuff, the ability to try to put a much higher density just isn't there because you don't have the lot size in that. So staff had obviously given you information in there and a little bit more explanation in that, and some of the other reasons, but anyway, staff would recommend approval of it. And again, I'm going strictly on a land use type thing. The land use impacts to the area really are, not there in terms of even if it goes to R2. So with that, I'll give it back to the commission for any questions, but obviously we have public here, so there may be people who want to speak as well.
All right. Yes, I think we would like to hear from the public. And are the applicants here?
Yeah, I was going to say the applicant owner's right there.
Okay,
Yep.
we'll have the public speak first, and then if you want to follow up after that, you can, and then we may have some questions as well. So is anyone here that would like to speak on this item? You can.
You don't need it. It's a rezone. It's a land use decision. Has nothing to do with the build out of the property.
If you could come up
Yeah,
to
if you can come up.
to the mic, just state your name and address for the record. Thank you.
I didn't know if we have like a duplex zoning, or it just goes from single family to general residential? What
That
does
is correct.
What does general residential?
Basically, anything that would allow 2 units and beyond. We only have 2 classifications in our zoning code, R1, R2. That's it.
Oh, maybe we should adjust that.
We're doing it in the updated zoning code that will be coming forth to the city council, but it's what we have right now.
I guess that's also no elevation required, no materials list, no.
No, because it's not contingent on a specific
Not for
house or
this-
anything. It's
not for
specific.
this decision.
Yeah.
That will have to come forward.
Yeah.
To meet residential design standards.
Right, the general residential design standards of the community.
And this property is in
Thank
the
you.
Guthrie proper overlay?
No,
It is not, okay.
Okay, is there anyone
I
else?
think
that would
it's
like to
just
speak?
outside of it, if I remember right.
Yes, sir.
But if it is, it would have to meet,
Right, I
yeah.
didn't look.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't look either in
You
that,
can-
but.
You can take
yeah.
off your mask.
But it is
before you
outside
make
the
it like.
historic district.
I have
Your
two questions.
name and address for the record first.
My
Thank
name
you.
is Gene Hardeman. I live at 414 South Second. And I was just wondering, I think on the paper it said, is that considered commercial?
No. Residential. Currently, it's single-family residential, and the proposal is to go to our general residential, which would allow 2 or more units in that. But it is not currently and would not be commercial from a zoning standpoint.
Okay, even though it might have duplexes on it?
Right, that's not considered commercial from zoning. From the zoning standpoint, that's still residential.
Still residential? Okay, now one more question. That particular 3 lots right there is not in the historical? What about the ones that's next to it?
No, everything south of that is not. As you go a little bit north, that's where you start to get into historic district, but everything on the south side of Springer, east and west, is not in the historic district.
Everything on the south side of
Springer, yeah,
Springer.
on to the east and to the west is not within the historic district. It starts just north of there, the historic district does.
Okay, so that doesn't eliminate Second Street, does it?
In terms of,
Of the area, of how much area from Springer back to going toward Perkins?
yeah, like I said, on the south side, it's all single-family zoning, but it's not within the historic district. Yeah, because you start to get to some of the commercial when you get by Division, because right off of Division and that, but basically everything west of that is still residential, single-family.
Still residential?
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks.
All right, thank you.
In terms of,
The
It's not in one. It's just a single-family residence in the city.
Okay. Is there anyone else that would like to speak on this item?
But real quick, I'll verify if it's in the Guthrie proper overlay.
Okay.
All right.
What is he doing?
Do we have any questions for the applicant? Or we're waiting on Dan?
I have a question.
If you could come
ask you a
forward,
question?
please, and state your name and address for the record. And you can pull down your mask if you'd like.
That's Ms. Coleman, right?
Yes, my
Yeah.
name is Charlie Coleman, and I live at 619 North Wentz, and I'm the one that's trying to build a duplex down on Third and Springer. I own the property down there. I have had it for years and years and years.
Could I ask you, what is the purpose? Are you an investing, or is this
No.
a family matters?
It's a family matter. Me and my daughter is gonna live down there.
So you building, is this gonna be attached building, or three different
No.
detached building?
We intend to do an attached building, but if not, then we're just gonna build 2 single houses.
Two things. But this is just for
It's in the
family
Guthrie
matters?
Yeah,
proper
just for
overlay.
us.
Okay.
What are the benefits of having it attached for you as a duplex versus,
It's not any.
okay, okay.
It'd be cheaper to do.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what I
it's
would
cheaper to
think.
do.
That's what I would
Mhm.
think. Okay, any other
Makes sense.
questions for Ms. Coleman?
But you have no objections to building 2 homes?
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, are there any other comments from the commission, questions? Did you find what?
Yeah,
What you were looking
it is
for?
actually within the newly created Guthrie proper overlay district. Again, it still would allow for a duplex, but it's just in that overlay district.
And if you could remind the folks here and watching at home what that means. to
The
keep that overlay.
Guthrie proper overlay district is a new overlay district that was created that took in a lot of what is considered the Guthrie proper and some of the original subdivided lots to ensure that we, the city, that the homes that have a architectural style of bungalow, colonial, Victorian, those type of architecture design, not only remain there, but any newly developed homes would have to have a similar type architectural style. And there was a few specific requirements that go along with that, but generally that's what the district does, because then it helps to fit in with what's already in the historic district, and the historic district would have similar type structures as well. So it just expands that to a overlay that would somewhat act as that, but obviously not a specific to a historic district.
What will the requirements be on a garage or parking? Or driveways?
Yeah, there was nothing specific on the driveway. That is off of either right-of-way. You can have a approach. The garage, depending on whether it's attached or detached, has different criteria to it. If it's detached, it has to be in the rear yard area. If it's attached, then it has to be set back on the side of the house, so it isn't a prominent part. The setback was 10 feet from the front facade.
Well, in this area, is it going to have to have a garage? I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Yes.
It will have to. have-
Anywhere in town, yeah.
Single car would be.
Right, because what changed was,
Right.
yeah, because what changed was a mandatory
Single
one,
per unit, I guess.
yeah. What changed was it was a mandatory 2-stall garage. Now that changed to a mandatory 1-stall garage in that. And that would be per unit. So if they have a 2-car garage on the property and 2 units, they're fine.
Okay, any other questions, comments from the commission? Or a motion?
I'll make a motion for approval.
Okay. Motion and a second?
I'm sorry, who was the second? Oh, Don, thank you.
Okay, are we ready to vote? Any other comments before we vote?
Good, okay.
Um,
Oh, go ahead.
my only statement is that Mrs. Coleman, you know, Mrs. Coleman said she wouldn't mind building 2 houses. I might suggest that if there is no objections to building 2, that it might fit better in the neighborhood. That being said, that neighborhood, it's seen better days, and what you're going to do there will probably be an asset. I don't think I made any sense at all.
That makes sense.
No, it made sense.
Well, I think it ought to be left to what she wants to build. If she can build 2 singles or a duplex, I think either one of them would be fine. I mean, there's duplex right down on Noble, just south of the Cash Savers.
Yeah, and it would be, you know, again, it would be per the, you know, the zoning code in that. So again, as long as the densities in the zoning code aren't exceeded, she's fine. So yeah, it could be a single family on there, it could be a duplex, it could be 2 single families, any of that would be permissible.
Okay. All right, we ready to vote?
No, we gotta do.
Oh, yes, sir. Name and address for the record, thank you.
Andrew Gilstrap. Okay, I own the property there off of 3rd Street. So I want to know what's the, is there something to apply or someone want to buy it or what?
Now, you own property where?
Yeah, off of 3rd Street there,
Off of 3rd Street?
Yeah.
3rd
and Perkins.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't understand the
Can you
question.
repeat your question?
Yeah,
He's on
okay.
Well,
3rd
you're
and
still a
Perkins.
single-family dwelling, yeah. It's not gonna affect, your property, the way I understand it, still be a single-family dwelling. It's R1. It's not gonna change the
not gonna
status
change
of zoning. of-
Yeah, this is specific to the property that we're talking about. The requirement is all property and owners within 300 feet have to be notified of the rezone request, but the only property that's being affected with this request is the property right there at 3rd and Springer that the applicant has. No other property in the area will be affected in terms of any change of zoning or anything like that.
Okay.
It's just that corner.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay, we ready to vote?
Anyone else?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Can you come to the mic, ma'am? Thank you.
And your
You can
name,
take your mask off while you're
Yeah.
there.
yeah, and your name and address for the
My
record.
name is
thank you.
Nelia Haynes, and I own the property right there at the corner of 3rd and Springer. Okay, I'm sorry I was late, but I need to know the purpose of the rezoning and what, I keep getting a lot of letters and reference from people who want to buy it. So if it's rezoned, what type of business is supposed to go there?
Going back, it doesn't allow any commercial. It would still be a residential use. What it does is it increases the ability to, currently it's zoned for a single family, meaning 1 house or 1 dwelling unit. If, with the rezone, it would allow up to, at most, in the zoning code, 3 units. The applicant has indicated they want to put 2 units on there, but it's a residential use. It would not have any commercial activity or allowed to have any commercial activity. It would just increase the number of units that could be on that property.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the purpose of rezoning is,
Ms. Coleman would like to build a
Yeah,
duplex for her
to put
family.
2 homes on the property rather than 1.
okay, okay, I'm clear now.
All right,
No problem.
okay.
Okay,
Ready to vote?
okay. Joe Chappell,
Yes.
Abe Gassenpour,
Yes.
Don McBride,
Yes.
and Chris Bryant.
Yes,
All right, 4-0.
and this will go to city council. for
Yes, that's
final-
correct. It goes to the city council. It will go to the first meeting in November to the city council because this is a recommendation and they will make the final decision on approval.
All right. Moving on to staff comments.
Yeah, the thing I wanted to mention is, I don't know if anybody watched or paid attention, but Tuesday night, the city council did approve the commercial residential design standards, which also included the Guthrie proper overlay district, and then some of the minor changes to the fencing, and then, of course, the accessory structures ordinance. There was a change with the accessory structure ordinance. They decided to eliminate the overlay, which was the area that could have metal versus no metal, and they eliminated that south of industrial. So that north-south corridor of that overlay was eliminated, so everything south of industrial could, or no longer has any overlay. It could be metal south of industrial. But the commercial part of it, the commercial corridor that was created in there, which is any property that fronted Division or Noble, in that was still in there and that was approved. So any development on Division, commercial development, will have to have that 60% red brick front, with the other 40% being another material, that type of thing. In that. But like I said, for the accessory structures, the overlay south of industrial was eliminated. Otherwise, everything else was pretty much the same as what had gone to the commission. And that's all I have.
All right. Any commission comments? Don?
Nope, I'm glad I'm here tonight.
Yeah, good to have you. Abe?
Bye-bye.
It's a good night to be here.
Yeah. All right, with that, we are